Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have our second and final preseason event for the Battle Line Network Wednesday event. It should be good. Our first map here you're seeing an overview of is Pry House, and then our second map here is Eastwood Skirmish. It should be an exciting way to end this preseason. We do have some more regiments. Our first regiment on the Union team, we have 9th Corps, we have 2nd Mississippi, and the Jackson's Division, whereas on the Confederacy we have the IVB and the KB, Kelly's Irish Brigade. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy this event. Here we are with our first round on the lovely Pry House. Today, the IVB is leading the CSA, whereas the 2nd Mississippi is leading the Union on this map tonight. So, you have myself announcing as Guardian Eagle with Corded. How are you doing, Corded?
I'm doing good.
And then we also have our frontline reporter from the Union perspective. We have Brutish here, Brutus Virus.
Hello.
There we go. So this is the Battle Line Network Wednesday event. We're in our preseason event now, seeing if this event will work out or not. It's supposed to work out like an NFL style season where we'll have a regular season postseason. So if your regiment wants to join, please join the Battle Line Discord in the description and comment that. So this will be fun. In terms of our CSA push, we got IVB going down the right. IVB did split up into two parts. One company is on the CSA, whereas the other company will be following the other team. And we have KB pushing up the left side here. So, and then looking at our Union team here, on our right side we have JD. And then the center, you have 9th Corps. And on the left, you have more 9th Corps with that IVB company. You do also have a group of guys in the back here, 2nd MS, back at spawn. In terms of our numbers here, we got about a 50v50, which is good to see. So who do we have pushing up here? We have part of KB, 1st Missouri here. They're pushing up on the far left side, getting in skirmishing formation, taking shots. So, Corded, you play mostly CSA on this map, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is the CSA strategy to win this game, or win this map?
It's typically, in my opinion, it's taking one side, sending one group down the center and one on like the right side or something, and then just kind of shooting at the union that takes either side of the wall. So you're at least taking tickets on one side. Although it looks like they're mostly doing, like they're avoiding that center road. They're just going all the way, mostly on the left for KB.
So, KB pushed up to the rocks here. JD falling back, probably to preserve tickets here. You can see that IVB group is moving out on the far right side. They're moving really far out, right? 9th Corps is taking shots at them. And the IVB company here is taking shots at will, killing their brethren. Yeah, no, the 2nd KB group is now moving up in the center. So, yeah, IVB shifting back to the snake fence. They're getting hit hard. KB is getting awfully close to the point here, led by Knight. So they're forming their lines here, not near the stone wall. They're letting the Union take that stone wall. They volley. It looks like they really got a kill or two.
Yeah, I'm not sure 9th Corps on their left side knows that they outnumber IVB a lot. Okay, it looks like they're gonna maybe shift back to the stone wall.
Maybe they are.
Because KB's kind of put themselves in a open position, like even on the those bushes over there. It's not much cover, and now KB's pushing up on a stone wall. Tennessee is.
You can hear they're very excited to be there. 9th Corps on the left now moving in to react to that. 2nd MS and JB are still back in their spawn.
Yeah, I'm currently in the middle of this fight right now.
Yeah, you can see Brutish's view here. He's taking shots point blank. Very close fighting here. About even numbers. You can see, I think this is 2nd MS. They're in the distance here. They are pushing up the center here very closely. They're getting a nice flank here on the KB forces that are there. Looks like the rest of this KB group is falling back on the left side here. But both sides having a flag here. USA also close to their spawn, so both sides crouching behind their side. Just taking shots when they do. You can see JD's moving back up to those rocks on the right side. And KB is...
Looks like KB's getting pushed back.
Yeah.
It was JD on the left side pushing him out, along with some of the arty shots. And then KB's taking a lot of fire on the wall as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them
looks
left.
like they're going to have to move back.
Yeah, we are tearing them up right now on this wall.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them left. Indeed. The flag, every time that flag gets picked up, it gets instantly shot down.
It's such an easy shot.
Yeah, and they're taking skirmishing tickets now. They got so low numbers.
Alright.
You can see JD also pushed up behind them to take shots. Hitting one.
Oh my God, Cargo!
Keep going, keep going, keep going!
This is the most majestic fucking thing!
So you can see a couple of them getting away here, despite the pressure from the Union. Brutish, how are the Union forces feeling right now after repelling the CSA off the point?
We've morale is very high. We feel very good. Those are some amazing shots the boys are putting down on them. That flag was constantly down.
It's very, very true. So we do have our IVB guys over here. They're just taking shots from the right side here against the 9th Corps force that does have this nice defilade where they can run up and take shots. That shot went way over.
I do kind of wish the IVB had moved up while KB was making their attack on the wall, because 9th Corps had their back turned toward them. So they could have used the other side of this defilade that 9th Corps is on and just shot into them while they're on the wall. It's also weird that they didn't take a flag. I guess they wanted the extra rifle, or the cover of the corn not be spotted with their flag.
Yeah, that is true. They did not take a flag. Maybe it's so they, yeah, or they could be hidden in the corn. I don't know. But regardless of that, KB's moving up in the middle.
They have a permanent flag on 9th New York's position right here. I don't know why they haven't acted on it. I don't think our officer knows that they're there at all.
KB is going to get excellent shots here of 9th Corps. They got a decent amount of kills there. They lost their flag again. You can also see more KB moving up on the far left side here. JD's falling back, but KB is continuing to push them. So they're just running back, taking shots. They can't go out of bounds. IVB still holding back in the corn area. And KB is falling back. So almost 10 minutes into the match here. And both sides are still at their first stage of battle ready.
Yeah, I would guess that I think Union's going to be up on tickets right now. Because KB, their Tennessee part, they're taking a lot of tickets attacking that wall by themselves. And then we've also seen 1st Missouri on the left. They've been repelled once, and now they're back taking shots from JD.
They
we'll
are.
see.
Yeah, so, I mean, this second MS is still holding back. I mean, numbers are pretty even. I wonder if the whole Union team could charge and try to wipe 9th Corps, because JD and 2nd MS aren't there. Of course, they would probably come in a little bait. 9th Corps is doing their rising volleys again. See how many they hit here. They got 3. 3 out of, what, 8 or 9? 10? Heck of a volley there.
But IVB got 2 of theirs, so...
A fair trade. So you can see KB is sitting at spawn. They are getting their men back up, at least the portion of KB that is there.
First Missouri,
fire to the north.
Fire.
Looks like second MS has 2 artillery guns working on the first Missouri. Let's see if they
Yes,
do any
they do.
damage.
Indeed, have they loaded it up already? Corded is also spectating in game as well. So here we go. Zach looks like he's ready to go with this shot. Looks like he's just waiting for the other gun to.
Fired at these.
Ready.
Ego, I'm getting word that the leader of North New York wants to watch the stupid thing we're about to do.
Exactly, they're going around me.
Oh
they're not hitting me.
boy.
We're doing something pretty ignorant.
Ninth Corps is moving up on the left here. Let's see how well their shots are. They're killed the officer and a man there. Not a whole lot of IVB. I'm surprised they don't have a flag, but looks like they are falling back after that push-up.
Here comes 10th Tennessee down the middle.
Yep, here comes 10th Tennessee. A couple of 9th Corps there just crouching on the wall.
Wow, that's that's something right there.
KB's trying to stay quiet here.
Update from the left side. Looked like Artie did their job. There is 3 First Missouri people left.
Holy crap,
They
you're not
ran
kidding.
away.
JD's returning that position. Rest of 9th Corps is coming up.
JD's not going to get a flank on 10th Tennessee here.
Get on the ground, on the ground.
A little miscommunication there. Some men stand up. I don't know if they were supposed to, but they took the hit. And
Here
no,
comes JD on 10th Tennessee's backside.
yep, here they come.
10th
Isn't true.
Tennessee's outflanked on 3 of their sides.
JD's should get some nice shots. They get one.
Oh, they're all skirmishing too.
That flag goes down again. They don't realize the flag is down. Oh, now they do. Oh, but the guy who wins to get it goes down. Another guy, he gets. Will he get away?
This is when I think IVB could push up a little bit. They've got, what was it, almost 10 people?
Yeah.
They could move up to definitely southeast of 9th Corps.
Yeah, we're in a very exposed position from there. I don't know what they're waiting for, or even if they know what's happening.
And that shot there puts the CSA down to engaged.
Yeah, now we'll just have to see how far behind the Union are.
Yeah. So 9th Corps is returning to their original position once again. And we can see that this KB group is moving back up on the left side again. The 1st Missouri. So they are taking shots again. So it's only a matter of time before CSA pushes up again. I'm surprised they're not pushing up together here. I guess IVB is leading this round, which is fascinating. So time will tell what happens. You can see this, is it 1st Tennessee, this KB group? 10th Tennessee, sorry. They're now pushing up to the left with their friendlies now. Here they go. Moving up the left side to join their friendlies. IVB is still on the right side taking shots here at the USA. A lot of those 9th Corps shots actually just hit the dust or the dirt right in front. Actually, that's quite interesting, but I guess that makes sense when you're down a defilade a little bit. We can see 1st Missouri's charging in again. And JD is falling back instantly. They cannot take the heat from this KB push. More of the KB 10th Tennessee is pushing in now as well. You can see 2nd MS is back here as well to back JD up. They're now pushing up. Will they go for point again?
Regardless if they go for point, they gotta be aggressive because they gotta get the Union down from battle ready to engage and farther down, and they only got 30 minutes to do it.
Yeah, capping the point would not be a terrible idea, at least to stop the clock and
Yeah.
force them to come
They-
to you, but it will be
They
hard.
do need to have a lot of people on the point because Union has just about all their numbers right now, and CSA is kind of spread out. At least KB and IVB are not on the same side.
It looks like 10th Tennessee, they're just doing some rising volleys here. Same with the 1st Missouri.
Hay bale. I'm in for hay bale. Spread out.
Actually, they're just spreading out. They're taking shots here.
Wave that flag proud.
So IVB did bring a cannon down the middle of the road. Not gonna work out too much because they need the Union to pop out, and they're not gonna do that if KB is all the way on the left and IVP is all the way on the right.
Indeed.
So they're just gonna they're gonna hide behind that defilade.
Speaking of which, we got 3 artillerymen for the CSA, which is IVB, and then you have 3 artillery for the Union. So infantry-wise, it's pretty dang even.
Well, it could be a strategy to maybe destroy that brick, that wall right there too.
It'd be kind of hard to do, though. But I guess it is a strategy with that recent update for artillery. So, yeah. Brutish, what is the Union officer saying if you can get anything? What are they planning on doing? Are they just sitting here for now? Are they going to do more movements like we saw earlier, or what are they
It
thinking?
seems like right now all we're doing is rising volleys on this defilade, shooting into them in the corner. We're pretty aware that they're in front of us right now.
Is fair enough? Is morale still high among the
Oh,
men?
very, very high, very high. We're all very confident we're hitting our shots.
Well, that is good to hear for your side. Anyways, you can see KB all here on the right side. Actually, 10th Tennessee beginning to move now. Looks like, are they going for the point or are they pulling back? It looks like they're pulling back a little, but they're going to the center road.
Yeah, they need to work up that middle so that IVB and first Missouri on the left side can get those flanking shots, and also so they can work around this wall, pop the wall if they need to, and get cover. Looks like they might be hopping over to the 9th Corps side.
I was about to say that's probably what they should do. Just get up and close. Staying at the other side isn't working. Just switch it up. Get a little bit more aggressive.
Here they come. They're on the point. They're taking shots at 9th Corps. 9th Corps really hasn't reacted. They have a tiny group over there, but the majority of their group is still
We're about
sitting
to
down
volley
low.
them.
They have taken their shots and fallen back. This is going to let KB, 10th Tennessee, take the point.
I got it, let him go. God damn it.
Pick up that flag.
Flags out, go get it, go get it.
Down the road.
But yeah, no, the point is capped. And now the CSA has started counterattack. That's really good for them.
And right as that happened, Union went to engage.
Yeah. Wow, that's actually quite crazy. But the CSA are still down on tickets. And now the 10th Tennessee is falling off the point of contention.
Give him hell, Artie. Give him hell.
And now artillery might have something to do. Will they shoot?
Action is coming.
So they've abandoned the point, effectively giving the Union... The Union can just sit right outside the point and cap it. And CSA isn't really going to force a fight. It's just stopping the clock for a little longer. But at least the CSA is making progress. I mean, we're 20 minutes into this match and Union just hit engage. That's spectacular for a map like this.
Yeah, I think CSA is it took like a 5-minute difference between each of them going to engaged. So they got a lot of ground to make up.
Yes, indeed. But USA is very slow to cap this point. They probably just want to avoid getting drawn out in the open. Ninth Corps again, just doing rather. The Union's kind of just acting like nothing's happened. They are still, yeah, no, that point is just, that's natural decay. I mean, there's one Union guy on it, and he's running off of it now, but 10th Tennessee's moving back up in the middle.
Yeah, I don't see any points of not just hold it here if you're CSA.
Dodged him.
Spread.
Looks like Knight is just trying to bring his men as close as they can to the point. Never mind, they're going onto the point. Ninth Corps is reacting. They want to cap. See, Ninth Corps is running up here.
Watch
There's some guys on the right.
Going in for another, boys.
They're taking shots. KB is actually charging here. Somewhat charging.
Man, I'm dead.
And they're basically going to get slaughtered by the Ninth Corps force that was here. You do have 2nd NS there as well taking shots, but 51st PA did a lot of damage with some shots from the rest of the Ninth Corps guys there. So in terms of our numbers here, it's about 4 in favor of the Union. Not a whole lot here. That counterattack is still happening, though. I'm so intrigued why the Union hasn't recapped the point yet. I mean, they're just stopping the clock unless they're trying to force the CSA in the last stand, but they're not really charging to make that happen. It's like 1st Missouri's falling back a little further here. So yeah, we're kind of at a stalemate still. I mean, it's so intriguing that the Union isn't recapping.
Well, I mean, they are up on tickets, so yeah, I'm surprised they haven't just charged out, because even if they go, even if they lose more tickets, then they could just get it right back.
Yeah, I mean,
Seems like there's mass agreement in the game chat for Union not to cap here, so I'm not really.
interesting. We will see what they do. I mean, they have 16 minutes to do what they want to do.
I'm kind of surprised that Ninth Corps hasn't charged out IVB. I feel like by now they would have known that they've got a lot of numbers on them. Oh, actually, split missing. Looks like they're going.
Just start talking and they'll do it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Gustav telling his men to push forward. Here, looks like they're just going to volley here. You got a decent amount of shots there. You're running back. I don't know how far they're going to run, but Union is starting to cap the point there. Oh, no. It went back down. So, yeah, I'm still surprised IVB doesn't have a flag.
And I'm surprised that they picked the right side to not have a flag, because they're having to run a long way from spawn. I feel like it'd be better if they stuck to the road, because they have more cover, you know, and it's a closer way to run from spawn. That they're getting knocked down by tickets by some of the artillerymen dying.
Yeah.
I
didn't even
think
realize that.
I think CSA might be trying to draw Union into like a pincer maneuver with the group of the Corps and the group of the I guess the left.
That is a possibility.
Like draw them out with those. They keep trying to draw us out with charges onto the road, and then they want us to fully commit, but we never do.
So Gustav is telling them they're actually going up and over now. You have 10th US moving up in the middle here. Some 9th Corps guys, I think this is the 51st. PA, they are now up on that stone wall taking shots. Gustav's men on the far left side, they're actually going to the snake fence here. Are they going farther than that? Are they going to try to go around in the corn?
Yeah, so like we're flanking around them right now.
That would be very funny to watch. So yeah, this is so weird to watch the point of contention have a counterattack and just be straight white like that. No blue or no red in it.
It seems like we're about to run into each other.
Yeah, there comes
Oh,
shots.
dang
Have you
it,
got?
dude. Oh, hey, Nicky. Oh, hello.
See this on British's screen here. Gustav getting some kills there, and it looks like they have won that encounter. See these IVB guys that did switch over there? They're taking shots. And Confederates are taking losses. So yeah, maybe Union are just trying to push them in the last stand.
Yeah, that's what I've gathered. I think we're just trying to get over the last stand as fast as possible here. Kind of shoot him in the last stand.
JD's pushing up back to these rocks again.
But if they want to do that, we have to get more aggressive. We can't just hang back.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's hard to push off that KB and not take that middle route that takes you right through the cap. Otherwise, you have to go way around it, and that puts you in the open.
So we can see that Gustav and his men held up on the left side here. They're keeping their flag back to protect it. But IVB is reforming at main.
Yeah, but right now, Dr. Euro's kind of just volleying down the road.
Load and hold.
His artillery
Load
boost
home.
has gotten pushed up here.
Hold.
Are they going to try to shoot it?
Loaded.
God.
Stay at the deal, please.
What
Right,
goes?
No fish.
Might not be loaded.
Is it loaded?
Single file.
Can you go inside of it?
No, I can see someone running with a K shot.
Oh,
Catch
where are they at? Where are they at? Are they?
They're just coming in the road.
Look at him go. So far away, he's running the best he can.
Yep. When you're running like that, you're praying that you don't get shot.
Does he
Yeah,
have
really.
canister? What does he have?
Hopefully that. First Missouri looks like they pushed up and they were able to take out a decent amount of JD there. Fortunately missed that, but looks like War Crime here is going to be able to get there. But will he get shot? That'd be funny if he,
meat shield.
if
Uh-oh, they're aiming at him.
you got it in. You got it in.
Oh, there we go.
Would be that'd be kind of funny. Oh, they got the guy ramming it. There's one more. Did he finish it? Oh, they're stuck.
Oh yeah, it's loaded now. Oh, never mind. Because they got shot right at the end of the ramming process.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how this first artillery shot is. Looks like IVB's retaking those positions.
CSA's changing it up. The
You like
KB 10 to C's guys on the right now with IVB.
Yes, you could see
So,
them
yeah,
there
they
now.
have a flag over there now, I think.
Good. Now they got shots on an open field union.
Yeah, me and you have been dropping.
They're holding up on that fence. They can
Here we
shoot-
go. Here's a volley.
Got a couple of them.
Oh god, I barely survived that.
What did they shoot? That shot missed by a mile. But
They got a
not-
couple.
the artillery did?
Oh, no. The
No,
infantry.
no.
I didn't see that already.
Second MS is charging.
Oh,
They're gonna get 10 tickets there.
those poor tickets.
No sport tickets. Point is being capped though. You can see Tennessee is out here taking shots. IVB is joining them. You do have 9th Corps.
Yeah, we have formed
and
a
IVB.
skirmish line.
They have formed a skirmishing line in the open here. Second MS is capping point.
Oh, I could hear them talking. They say they don't want to cap.
If they don't want to
Oh,
cap,
it's
why
too
are they
late.
there?
They just wanted the sweet Artie tickets.
Excellent.
Excellent choice, man. Excellent
God.
choice.
Hey, it's all right. No need to be
Thank you for
salty.
leadership.
You can hear the disagreement that they are
Mhm.
all having here about that. But yeah, no, the CSA has to retake the point again. I mean, second MS is leading, so that is what they decided to do there for their lead. So in terms of our numbers, we are at about an 8-man imbalance. So IVB has about 7 guys on CSA. That would flip it back in the CSA's favor.
Here comes
So-
KB and IBB.
Here they come, they're charging.
It's the combined arms charge.
I have a great perspective of this right now.
There we go, they're charging. You can see
Uh-oh.
Brutish is
From the
built.
top ropes is 9th Corps. Look to your left.
Here they come. And 9th Corps is able to win this charge with their reinforcement. Second MS is coming in, but second MS did the job.
No,
So
that's
both
another
sides.
flag down for the CSA.
Both sides are taking losses.
It's not bad to get that overly aggressive. Cause you get final push, they get last stand. That helps a lot.
For sure. So both sides taking losses. CSA is putting themselves in a better position to win this. Those caps really helped. This Warlord guy, he's Ramboing, but he got a kill. Gets 2, and CSA goes down the breaking
Wow,
because of it.
single-handedly got them in a breaker. Oh, if he gets his kill, they waste out ammo too.
Uh-oh. Oh, that poor man can only double quick.
But Warlord can sprint. This is the important things in the battle. He's
Yeah.
oh, he missed the first stab.
Well,
Oh,
he turned
he's
around for
giving
some
up.
reason.
He's giving up. He's giving up hope.
He kind of juked him out for a little bit.
He did.
Add some Benny Hill music behind this.
And there he goes. What a way to go. But no, CSA, I mean, they could cap the point again, but USA could just not recap. I guess CSA could just sit back in their spawn, though, if they really wanted to.
Well, they kind of
mean-
sort of can't because
I mean-
you can still get a shots off them.
How far back can CSA go on this?
Oh, about to that road. That's where they're spawning,
Oh, wow.
and
Dang.
that's in view from the point.
And USA could push up as well. So we do have the 10th Tennessee moving back up to where the 1st Missouri is. Shot still being engaged here. But 22 minutes. Actually, this 10th Tennessee's group is going straight for the middle. This Warlord guy is going to get this officer here because he doesn't even realize what's happening. Unless
This is amazing.
he's really going to get that officer. The 10th Tennessee doesn't even see him.
This is amazing.
Hey,
A lot of these shots missing here as 9th Corps is just crouching there. Now they get kills. Nicely done by this small I Corps group, 51st PA. They're doing a heck of a job there, despite them being outnumbered. Nuclear up here is getting 2 kills, 3 kills. Wow, he killed half those guys there. And 10th Tennessee is now falling back off the point. They don't want to cap and go down. This guy is still here, but he goes down in the end. Will they cap? It's kind of close. No, they won't.
Yeah. That was done perfectly.
So JD pulling back from the right again. Looks like they're being shot up pretty heavily here. We'll see if that'll draw the CSA forward, but point is being decapped naturally here. Actually,
Boyos.
51st PA returning to their position here in the center. And we do have the IVB guys who are flipped over. They are taking shots here. So numbers are 8-man imbalance. IVB is going to flip back over for the second round, so they can be back together. Numbers should be a little more balanced, and CSA will be defending, so that will favor them, make it more fair, the rounds. But
The artillery is getting charged again.
Hey, they're trying
Just
to
let the cannon go.
CSA is losing so many tickets, and on a smaller server size like this, tickets mean way more than on a bigger server, because each ticket is worth,
Especially when you're already down.
yeah, a ticket is worth more percentage of the overall ticket count on smaller pop servers.
Yeah, I honestly don't know why they don't have rifles yet. They're not really helping that much with that artillery cannon there. It's not really much you can do.
I mean, you can see 10th Tennessee is moving back up a couple. Second MS is decently far forward. JD is also pushing up on the right side as well. We can see 10th Tennessee is now charging. You have some 9th Corps coming up on the wall.
That's what I wanted to see is 10th Tennessee and 1st Missouri working at the same time. Because they've got 35 people together-ish. They got to use those numbers.
Well, there's still that group all the way to the left of Dr. York, the core.
So JD is now charging into this group. They are still outnumbered here. And JD has gotten wiped. KB's not trying to cap. Now 9th Corps is moving up onto the wall.
I wish I had some fucking bucking ball.
Shoot him in the back. Shoot him in the back.
Hit him in the ass. Hit him in the ass. Hit him in the ass. You can see him.
So yeah, KB splitting back up into their two groups, one in the open. They lose one man. The other group, I think, got away with a little more men. Only by one, though. So a pretty successful retreat there. That was a good charge on the CSA's part. Now it's only a matter of time before the Union hits breaking, and then they can cap the point and try to win.
I do wish that IVB kind of moved to that center wall and was there to cover KB's right side, because being that far out, it's hard to get good shots at them. Plus, they're already down on numbers, so they're going to need everybody.
Yeah. KB did do pretty well with that charge, though. But 9th Corps wasn't there, and we assume most of the Union would be there once breaking happens. I mean, CSA should be pre-capping right now. At least putting one man on there, forcing the Union to at least put a couple men on point that you can try to siphon down, but it looks like 9th Corps is actually sending some men out again. Is Gustav. They're going out a little more to shoot at the IVB again. And it doesn't look like, they maybe got one guy there at the end with that last shot, but KB is getting close to point. They're still trying to get this artillery done. Yeah, the thing is I don't know why CSA isn't pre-capping here. Because once Union hits breaking, Union will be there ready to defend. I guess they're moving that way right now. You have 2nd NS pushing up a lot further as well. You have JD on the left side as well with their friendlies. So, I mean, Union's getting ready for them to hit breaking soon. And again, surprised we aren't seeing a pre-cap here. We do actually have the second part of KB here. 1st Missouri. They're actually coming up now because JD pushed over and they are capping the point. One guy went through that little slot and died.
Come on, 10th Tennessee, gotta get up there. They're pushing the breaking, come on.
They're getting very
Not
close.
biased.
We are an unbiased news source. 10th Tennessee is pushing up now. It's going to be close here. They got to charge or something to knock them down. This is going to be tight. They can't cap.
They're gonna stay though. First Missouri's not moving. Never mind. They're moving.
Just
They're
like
falling back.
that
Two pieces
girl
going
swimming
forward.
to the
Oh
wall.
no. Oh, looks like they're gonna cap.
Oh, dang. And they
Oh.
capped 7 minutes. Union could push the Confederates down to last stand here because now they're considered defenders. Union should just charge them out. Confederates need to fall back and let them recap.
Don't worry, boy, I'll protect you.
They're rolling the artillery gun back a little. And then the Union hit breaking. What a way to
Wow.
go. Confederates just need to sit back and not go down the last stand and force the Union to cap.
Union just needs to push up as far as they can.
Yeah, really. They need to charge out the 1st Missouri here.
They can push up relatively close to their spawn and spawn kill them. Also, First Missouri's over here by themselves. They could just blob up and just start taking out these small CSA groups.
They could indeed. 2nd MS, though, in charge. What will they do with their team? Time will tell. We do have one Union guy here, Brutish. Brutish, are you capping right now?
No.
Okay. Just a question of wonder.
I honestly lost my group, so I thought I'd just reload.
That's fair. So yeah, I mean, CSA just needs to sit back, avoid taking casualties, not hit last stand. I mean, they're still a decent ways away from last stand, if I'm thinking correctly. JD has returned to their original position on the top side. Their 2nd MS also returning to their original position. I was trying to finish that sentence before I could sneeze, but I couldn't. So 2nd MS, JD now pushing up to these rocks here on the right side.
Oh my God, shoot them motherfuckers right there. Right over there. Oh shit, I killed
Get those easy
Like, 9th Corps is going to be charging on IVB.
So they pushed up on the right, engaging them shortly, and yep, like Corded said, here comes 9th
I have a
Corps.
great POV of this.
See him in the distance there on Bruce's screen.
Could be a good bait.
And the
Uh-oh.
Confederates hit last stand because of it. So
Oh,
if
10th
Union
Tennessee was going to come help, but now they've taken a sharp left turn and now they're going to the point.
yeah, if Union caps, they win the game. And you can see a 51st PA from 9th Corps. They're already on it.
9th Corps is going to cut off. They're going to cut off KB from coming up the road.
JD is charging out the 1st Missouri as well. And now Union has a lot of men on point. Here comes 10th Tennessee. I don't think it'll be enough though.
No, it's not going to be enough.
Wow, literally the round was decided by a couple of seconds here. That's crazy to think about. And with that being said, that does it for our first round here of Pry House. Corded, your thoughts?
Oh, well, I didn't expect it to go that way. It's usually a CSA win on this map. I think what happened is that they didn't push up as much as they needed to. They didn't get very aggressive. They were also kind of spread out. They also didn't utilize that center wall as much as I think they should have. And you can just kind of capitalize on it.
For sure. Brutish, your thoughts as the USA field reporter?
Yeah, I feel like if IVB would have pushed up and got a little bit more aggressive on that, I guess, our perspective right side of the court right there, especially when that core hit the wall, I feel like they could have got a lot of more tickets off of that. Probably dropped us into breaking a little sooner, which would have won the game.
Yeah, for sure. Heck of a way. Crazy close there with that clutch. I mean, not clutch for the CSA, but yeah, crazy. So with that being said, we'll see you in the second round. All right, here we are with our second round here, the glorious Eastwood skirmish. We fixed the balance, so that's lovely to see. So, pushing up on our far left side here is 2nd MS. They are pushing down the left side. In terms of the Confederate defense of this map, though, we have KB, 10th Tennessee here, up on the right side there, the majority group. In the center here, we have the 1st Missouri, part of the KB, holding on those rocks. And then the far left side, the IVB is holding there. It looks like CSA is just trying to make sure they can't hit any point. Corded, your thoughts as a CSA player? How should CSA go about this map?
Typically, you want to put a good amount of people on this right side, especially because you got a big deflate back here and the whole snake fence. You also want to keep people toward this corn, but not too many because they already can really get at you. But on this left side, you do get an early warning if the Union's coming that way, so it is easy to move people around.
For sure. Brutish, do you know the USA strategy on this map?
No, I'm not really that clued in. Just kind of follow them around right now.
That is fair. So, Union's trying to do this 2-pronged push, or left pronged push. Looks like it has failed, but they have their 2nd pronged push here with JD and 9th Corps. A little more men, though. A little more spread out, though. IVB is the only people there to stop. Do have a flag,
Looks like they've put the sharps on the left side and they're pushing their 42s on the right side. So that's what you want to do.
Quite interesting. Yeah, the 2nd MS fell back. They pretty much got wiped out there. We could see the 1st Missouri is now moving off to the left side to probably help the IVB out. Gee, where are they going? Yeah, they're going back to the snake fence there.
Seems like JD's charging it right now.
Yeah, so speaking of that, JD is leading this 2nd round here, and KB is JD's leading for the USA, and KB is leading for the CSA. And we can see JD now charging in.
And here comes 1st Missouri to help, but they're going to be a little late.
They are going to be a little late indeed. Yeah, they're slowly coming down that fence line there. They're about to hit them.
Looks like 1st Missouri might wipe that group that's staying there. The rest of them are going to keep sneaking onto the rest of the woods.
Yeah, they are. Does the Union group here, though, do they have a flag?
Yes,
they do have a flag. So they will be able to make it successfully despite the 1st Missouri's best efforts. They did wipe a pretty good portion of them. IVB did get wiped, though. 2nd MS pushing up again.
Now the question is, does that rebel group of the Corps know that 9th Corps is here?
That
From what I can see, it doesn't look like they know them. They're shooting towards artillery.
But also, I don't think 9th Corps know that they're here either.
I know.
I think 9th Corps should know that they're there. They can hear shots over there.
Yeah, no,
But
you
do
would
they
think.
know that they don't know? That's the real question.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
oh, they do. Who is the guy here?
Leave me alone! Leave me
Rambo just got it. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I think 9th Corps would know, seeing as some of their men died in the back there. But time will tell. 2nd MS is just sitting back here, is taking shots though. The 10th here is just sitting in the defilade, wanting to avoid being shot. I mean, 2nd MS isn't really doing anything.
It seems like 9th Corps is moving in on that group of the Corps, flanking them.
And there they go. That artillery shot almost getting team kills there on the Union part.
Ninth was a little stretched out.
They don't
May have given the CSA time to turn around.
The CSA, they spent a while trying to turn around though.
Here comes IVB from their spawn, and then just in time.
Thank you, you have saved me.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Oh wow.
Zoo, zoo, zoo. Oh, they're still here, they're still here.
Also just in time, here comes JD from their spawn.
Everyone just keeps piling into this charge.
Fuck your Zuzu.
I think Union's gonna win this in the end. But we will see.
Oh, America, baby.
Yeah, JD is now pouring in with a lot of men. There's still a couple CSA flag trying to get away. But it really looks like the USA is going to be able to win this position in the end. Second MS is pushing a little further forward here. They're actually...
What the fuck is going
How
on?
many times do you play this?
Here's a on the artillery. There's a nice view of the fence disruption and how that changed this map a little bit. Now you can have a cannon facing toward the Union left side. So where the CSA likes to hang up on the right, they can get some arty shots off there.
See a Union group moving into the back of the woods area. A couple MS guys are moving really far up. Knight wants to take him on though. He gets one. Damn, guys.
No.
Stay on your knees, boys. On your knees. Get the
Good
fuck
shot.
down.
Get down.
Get
Get
down.
down.
Diesel, get down.
Diesel.
Stay down and
They want us
stop
to stand
talking.
up.
So this CSA right side has pretty much been taking over. Union does not want to push towards the point. They're probing. JD up far in front. Behind is 9th Corps holding up on the fence line. We do have IVB. They're pushing far left side. Playing their song. The Irish Volunteers. What a shock of a name there.
Never heard of it.
We do have one CSA guy here though. He's got a long time to take his shot here. Except he doesn't. Does he not have a shot? Maybe just probing. I don't know. We also, I think, this is IVB. I mean, you can hear the Union seeing if they're taking their shots. We have 1st Missouri moving there as well. 2nd MS is falling back again. Looks like they push forward. But IVB taking their decent time to spin around the back side here. They're actually just going straight for their flags, it looks like.
Brace west, everyone, brace west.
So 9th Corps is shifting right, probably to try to stop the 1st Missouri guys. Little do they realize that behind him the IVB has picked up the flags and now they're
We're
going to
gonna
charge
run right
right
into
them.
them.
Everyone get on the line. Get on the fucking line. Help
First Maritime,
Yeah, IVB didn't realize they were there. The IVB officer there didn't even have his pistol out. He took it out after running into them.
So that begs the question: did IVB even know they were there?
I don't think so. Nobody.
Oh my goodness.
Confederates had engaged because of it. And here come more. The 1st Missouri, they're now pushing in. Tennessee is still holding that top side pretty dang well. Union
They're
actually hitting a gauge.
They're actually pushed up on that. 2nd MS is falling back. I wish I knew what happened. But it looks like both teams are sort of equal on tickets.
Yeah, they are. Percentage-wise, which, despite the CSA losing positions, they're still dealing enough damage to stay ahead in this match.
We finally have a firm foothold on the edge of the court in the woods.
They do indeed. That charge did eventually fail for the CSA. And you can hear 9th Corps, they're shifting to the left now.
There we go. They're gonna try and pincer 10th Tennessee. It's on the right side.
Quite
Hopefully
possibly.
2nd MS knows they're gonna go up.
I love black.
Thank you, Brutish, for that comment.
Didn't realize you could hear me.
Yeah, we came up on 9th Corps there. And lovely. So, they are going to that corner, the part of 9th Corps. Is there some more of 9th? Yeah, 51st PA is holding back there. Really far ahead, though, is JD.
Keep your eyes peeled, man. Keep your eyes peeled.
South southwest looks like a whole bunch of them.
And they can see the CSA force moving from their spawn here, led by 1st Missouri here.
Not melee mode, Rupert.
The march music is being played, and the Union's right there, JD.
Yankee Yank, boys.
They see him. JD's falling back.
God.
And Confederates are now charging. It is Dixieland being played on that charge music. And they have now charging into part of the Union. Actually, that's one guy. That's literally one guy. Or two. What the heck? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if JD was holding there and I just missed them all dying, but let's see. Are they here?
Hold to your seat.
Ah, JD fell back all the way. So the U.S. just, the CSA did just spend all their shots there on, on 1 or 2 guys. But Corded, what do you think CSA should do now that they've kind of lost this right side of the map, or left for them?
I kind of think they need to just try and take it back. Or maybe just try and shoot through the corn, because I can see that smoke on the other side of it. So maybe just try and do some superior shooting. That'd be what they need, because pushing up is going to cost them more tickets, I think. Especially since 9th Corps right here. 9th Corps and JD both have 42s.
Flag, don't stop.
I'm assuming they're using buck and ball.
You would hope anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, speaking of that, how is the USA team feeling right now, Brutus?
We're feeling really good here on the right side of the court. It seems like there's like we're really fucking organized right now though. Everybody's working together right now. JD and Gustav's just talking about what to do next.
That is good to hear for the Union team. 10th Tennessee kind of sitting back in this defilade so that nobody can really hit them. Trying to avoid taking casualties. The rest of the Confederates here, they've formed up a massive... Are they shifting? Looks like they're just shifting down to the right side here to wipe out the 51st PA. And it looks like they do win this charge. Right here, wanted to join his friendlies, but then instantly saw what he was running against and ran back into the corn. So we're almost 15 minutes into this match here. Both sides have engaged. CSA still have a CSA still have a decent control of the map despite losing that right side here. So we do have one guy coming up that's mining 10. What is 10th US doing? Or 10th, sorry, Tennessee.
Why do we have 3?
It looks like they're getting ready to move, maybe.
Look,
They might be might be good for them to shoot towards the northwest at 9th Corps, because they got a semi-clear shot on their position.
Yeah, they semi kind of do. But yeah,
It
no.
looks like second mess is coming up,
Yeah, they are.
and they don't notice him.
Anchor in, boys.
Oh, they see him. Oh, but Natty goes down.
Oh, here they go.
Yep. Shoot and charge. A lot of these second MS don't have loads in. Smokey trying to fall back but gets shot. Second MS looks like they're going to get wiped here.
Yeah, Tennessee really hurt him right there. They only got 2 people left. Oh, there goes Fuse.
They have one man left with the flag. And he goes down.
So I may or may not have been the person that killed Daddy there.
So we have JD pushing down the far right side of this map, trying to get around the CSA defensive positions here near the point. They're just kind of holding up on this corner half stone wall.
If we need you, we'll screw.
Beautiful shot by Union artillery. I think that's the first time I've seen artillery be effective on this map. But
Yeah, that's JD and second MS.
so We do have the JD infantry though. And they are pushing up here behind the Confederate forces near point. They're getting oh so very close. They're taking aim. They have taken their shots here. I don't know how many kills, like maybe got 1 or 2 kills, but a couple Confederates farther away from the main group, so that kind of helped them a little bit.
How the fuck is he charging?
Oh, this Union group took some casualties and they ran back off. It looks like yeah, no, they just took their shots and they're running back to where they were. 2nd MS pushing up again from spawn.
From what I can see, it looks like 10th Tennessee on this right side's got all buck and ball as well. So looks like there's no rifles for anyone other than 2nd MS.
If I could.
So that would kind of explain how they did so well defending 2nd MS and their counter charge.
Indeed. They also got a decent amount of men. I mean, they're kind of even. I think Confederates have more men defending on this upside too. But yeah, for now it's just a shootout here. No one's really moving forward.
Are you sure? I have fucking ball.
So yeah, you could see JD here moving out. Speaking of which, let's look at the Union artillery quickly here. 2nd MS guys, you have some JD guys as well down on that 1 artillery shot. Will there be more? I don't know. Artillery is kind of hard to use on this map. At least effectively. Most of the time I see Union overshooting. But JD has reformed here with 9th Corps. So both sides taking shots across the corn. That's probably artillery landing a little short there. And both sides just volleying.
We're about to charge through the cornfield right now.
And there they go.
There we go. That's what I was thinking about. If they can wipe the CSA group that's right here, they can just turn left and work with 2nd MS and wipe out 10th Tennessee as well. And that'd be a really big help to take both sides.
Great put it through.
Yeah, heck of a charge here. Very effective, forcing the CSA down to taking losses here. Can hear the glories of Soundpad in this charge. Did the Confederates win?
Yeah, ooh, it looks like it. It's very close.
Oh, wow. Heck of a charge there, but it really looks like the Confederates were able to hold. By like 2 men, too. Oh, Remix is coming in, though. Union hitting, taking losses.
Yeah, although it looks like 10th Tennessee brought their A company down to help.
Indeed, and right as they come in, they kill Remix, one of the JD officers there.
This is a tight match.
Yeah, both sides taking losses. 2nd MS actually pushing up now because 10th Tennessee puts them in down. Oh no, they're falling back. Or they're I can't tell. Looks like they're just running up, taking shots. They're not charging. But yeah, no, they're kind of holding now in the back area here, taking shots.
Yeah, they just need to use those sharp rifles for shooting, not charging.
Yeah, you can reload fast, shoot fast. They're not good for charging with the shorter guns.
yeah.
Especially since 10th Tennessee's electing to stay up on the fence.
Indeed, they are. Maybe they're just trying to hold this while their men get back. Or maybe they are just holding there. I mean, 10th Tennessee is holding very fine on this right side here. So maybe they don't need to conserve all their men there. We're a little over 20 minutes into this match now. So Union's still doing a good job. They still have the advantage here. The Confederates are down more tickets percentage-wise because they had taken losses first. 10th Tennessee, those guys are returning back to their original position.
And it looks like the respawners for the Union, at least JD and part of Ninth Corps at least, is going toward that left side. So they are tired of Kelly's brigade staying there and holding.
They really are. And the rest of the Confederates are pushing onto that left side, on the far left side, albeit. So, if the United States forces move quickly enough, they could outnumber the 10th Tennessee and push them over if they charge successfully, but it depends on how long they take and depends on where the CSA goes. They're kind of splitting off into two groups here. You have IVB pushing towards the center here, whereas the 1st Missouri is pushing up on that far left side. Yeah, no. Are all the
I
Union?
don't think 10th Tennessee knows that they're up against a whole Union team.
Yeah, no, here they come.
Yes, the whole Army of the Potomac is here.
Well, because IVB and KB, 1st Missouri, they haven't moved yet.
Oh, they don't know yet. The time is
Tennessee was
now.
doing good with their 42s, but now Union has them too. They've got about, what is this, 34 42s they got to go against.
Yeah,
They're
no,
going to need help.
the 10th Tennessee here is also sitting back. They're not taking shots. So they're just going to take them a moment to realize how many Union guys are coming up on them. All CSA is still on the outside of that map as well. 10th Tennessee is actually moving around here. Trying to get on their side. Here we go.
Yeah, that's going to be an absolute slaughter. Gladly they have a smart flag bearer, Mr. Boom Boom. He's running back with that flag before they even got there.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah, wow, geez. So, the U.S. pretty decisively take this corner. Unsurprisingly, IVB is now pushing in, but they are exposed in the open trying to get up there. They're not pushing to these rocks to get more cover. Or maybe they're just using the rock as cover as they move. Oh, are they going? Are they pursuing? No, they're not. So 1st Missouri still holding on the left side. IVB's in these rocks here, but the Union want to take this spot, and they force their will, and they get it done. Dang. Recorded CSA suggestions at this point?
Shooting? I think that's probably the best thing they got to do. Is shoot at that big group because, wow, they are big. They're a big target, and they don't have too much cover. The snake fences aren't that great at protecting. And then now second MS is moving a little further down right. Yeah, those short rifles are going to hurt.
Especially at closer range like this. Do you think they should try to let the Union cap and then countercharge to try to push them in the last stand, or just sit back and hope they don't hit breaking for 20 minutes?
That would work. They just have to make sure that they don't take any casualties, which might happen because 1st Missouri is about to get hit by 2nd MS.
I know with these quick reloading guns, they still don't know they're there. Artillery almost getting team kills there. Now they know they're there. At least one Rambo went up and alerted their officer Briant here. They know they're there now. Hey, that artillery getting a kill there, knocking 2 guys down.
They're getting slaughtered up there, though.
You can see Union is moving off the distance. Are they just volleying? Brutus, are you guys volleying or are you guys pushing forward?
I'm currently running back from Swans.
I see. So 2nd MS is getting pushed up. You can see 9th Corps, they're pushing up to those rocks on the left side there. Side of your screen. No, 2nd MS is... it's kind of close up here. There's even numbers. Except, now it looks like 1st Missouri is going to be able to hold that. I think we have 10th Tennessee holding. Actually, IVB is there with 10th Tennessee behind. So Confederates kind of hunkered up. And their USA is getting respawns on the corner here, though. But that flag is now running away. So we do have 9th New York here. They're just taking shots at the 1st Missouri Artillery as well. You have JD pushing up to the rocks, not 9th Corps. Apologies. So yeah, the Union taking their position. It'll be intriguing to see where they go. Because this artillery is just overshooting by a little bit. Nice shot. Who took that? Jeez. But yeah, no, Union artillery, if they aimed a little less, they'd be getting a lot of damage. And the Union is volleying at their artillery. Actually, no, remember, there's a couple men up here. 51st PA, that's where they're at. Took a couple casualties with that shot, all of them in the center of their line.
How many did we lose?
Which is actually quite interesting. Most men in volleys generally shoot towards the center of the line. Which makes sense. But guys on the right shoot guys on the right of the enemy line, and guys on the left shoot on the left side. CSA is not in a bad position though, at least where they're at. It's kind of hard for Union to flank. I mean, Union could go on this snake fence, straight fence corner here, if they so please. And it looks like JD is moving in that direction. Maybe they're just gonna hold on the rocks. Looks like they will.
I think if Union already starts hitting that fence, they're going to be in trouble. Because 51st PA isn't doing too much damage to them. And they're just kind of baiting them out for Audi to hit them, but they're overshooting. I would recommend that okay, well now they're breaking, but I was going to say
There we go.
that the CSA should stay in the woods, be very defensive, wait for the Union to cap, or at least wait for Union to attack them, and then just kind of just eat up any of the groups that get close. But now they can do that.
Tennessee pushing.
Come
This
here.
IVB just JD group, the tiny group that is going over for bouncing, and they're going to continue. But little do they realize the rest of the Union team is over this hill.
This is so cinematic.
Get the flag, get the flag.
See Bruce's view here of this charge. KB pretty much got swallowed up there, but no, Union still are taking losses. Union still has a sizable force up top. They are pushing down the hill as well. 9th New York is.
Go back here, you dirty rat.
Where's the rest of the Union pushing in? Very slowly, but they are. CSA not wanting to give up this corner. They're not going near point. Actually, some of them are counter-charging outward. It is 1st Missouri to meet these guys that are moving down the fence here. Union hitting breaking. Confederates got to try to push the Union in the final push here. But they got to be wary of hitting last stand. Union is ahead on tickets.
Yeah, I wish IVB would kind of pivot right and face the Union team that's right there, because they can kind of shoot up on that hill. But 1st Missouri is kind of in their way there. They've got decent shots. Oh, there they go. Look at some of this. They got they're split between shooting that part of the Union team and then 51st PA in the road.
We should be shooting up the hill. I mean, never mind. There's a decent amount of guys, but still both good shots. Union artillery overshooting. Ah, they had a good shot. Oh, that shot was almost there. Probably knocked a couple people down. But 10th Tennessee is on the way far CSA right. They're pushing up now. So CSA wants to stay aggressive. They're not falling back onto the point. I mean, USA's not really pushing that way. USA seems to just want to push them in the last stand.
Yeah, it's a bit desperate, but it is a necessary move. Because if the Union sends a group onto the cap, CSA is going to have to get on that cap, and if the Union controls that fence, then it's really difficult to not lose in that situation.
So I like what they're doing here. And 10th Tennessee, they're going to charge in behind the Union all by themselves.
I didn't even notice. They aren't reacting at all to it.
Me neither. It's all gray.
South.
Oh my god.
It looks like KB really caught him off surprise here. Heck of a job there. Is the rest of the CSA charging in though? No.
Artie just got a fine hit on that line in the core too.
Some guy on the CSA was playing the CSA cheering noise, and I thought Union hit final push, but CSA at last stand. That was actually a perfect time for the CSA to hit last stand. Because all those guys who were just in that charge were able to respawn that died beforehand. There was not a lot of CSA left. And you could see all the CSA guys that got in, they just need to hit the Union down the final push very quickly. Confederates starting to fall back here as they can't respawn anymore. They need to hit the Union the final push. They need to sweep up these guys, get these out of lines. But dang, it is getting close. We have time here. Gotta hit this. Oh. Dang. I thought he had us load. Oh, here come a couple more. Good out of line kill. Union's gotta be close here. But Confederates pushing back up to this fence here. Union really have gotten repelled off the whole point. They just need to hit final push. CSA needs to kill this guy on the left.
Yeah, CSA is gonna have to pretend like it's the beginning of the round. In a way, they're gonna have to react to whichever way Union goes because they're when they're at last stand, they're more likely to stay in one group. At least that's from what I've seen. Than trying to use these fences to repel their charges.
So the USA is bunching up on the road right now. Looks like they're going to start pushing down it right now. Confederates taking a volley here. Still not hitting final push here.
Yep, here they come. This group on the fence right here, they gotta move left.
They really do. They can't let Union have any foothold here on this fence line.
Yeah, looks like that's gonna happen.
You can hear him say shifting left a little late though, as USA is going to get up to that corner fence position. Not all the CSA is up here as well. Only 10th Tennessee is up here.
Sorry, Johnny Rip.
Union's still not in final push.
Everybody stare at me, please.
I think that's second MS moving up. Actually, I don't know. Some unidentified group, I think second MS is pushing up there. So 10th Tennessee goes down. Union's still not at final push. So this looks like it's going to be a slow defeat here for the Confederacy, unless they hit final push, but even then Union can just charge, numbering them and win the game.
Don't worry, I will wave this flag high.
Yep, its second MS is back on top of the hill. Now they've got 3 shots in that group that's staying right on the point.
Yeah, come at me, you bastard.
Dang. Yeah. More Union respawns moving in from their main.
Follow
Picked
that
up a flag and now I have a
on the
shot.
line, New York.
Yeah, so this is looking like another Union victory.
Dang. So it's really only a matter. I mean, Union has 10 minutes. They're going to spread out. They're going to shoot. Take some time here. Looks like the day has changed.
Yeah, usually this map gets dark, but not today.
Not today, no. Actually, historically, in the middle of this, it turned day. So Union's actually spreading really far out on this right side here. So JD / all the Unions moving to this right side here. Looks like they're just gonna try to push that way. And are they going now? There's one guy going. There's an officer. And the rest of the men are following.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any already hit that point, because that's a part of the map that you want to have be ready to shoot at, because they can see that there's CSA on it. All you gotta do is press T.
For sure. Oh, yeah, 100%. So the Union moving through the back. Corn here. Looks like they're going to try to charge him out. Second MS is still on the top of that hill taking shots. This is probably...
Charge, motherfuckers!
Will this be the end of the game? Let's see.
Kill 'em! Yeah, we're good!
Yeah, they're not gonna cap it. They're just gonna wipe the team.
Flags down. Don't pick it up. Don't fucking.
Yeah, and that'll
There
do
we
it.
go.
So, yeah, that's the end of our second round. Corded, your thoughts?
10th Tennessee did a good job on the right side. They held that, and it took the whole Union team to dislodge them. Overall, I think the CSA kind of reacted a little too slow whenever the Union would pick a direction. They were kind of spread out, and the Union was able to defeat in detail, mostly on the Union right side in the corn. And that just whittled their tickets down.
That is true. Brutish, your thoughts?
I mean, just I think Union was a little bit faster reacted as a team than CSA tonight. To me, that was really a big determining factor. And then having bucket ball and sharps also is a huge advantage, I think. So I think those two factors really contributed to that.
Yeah, thank you. And with that being said, we'll see you in the post-game interview. So I started editing the post-game interview and was exporting, but it would have taken days to get done if I would have done the normal format because people were leaving and joining in the middle of it, which is perfectly fine. But anyways, I apologize for the lower quality content, but I want to get this out sooner than later, so I hope you enjoy the post-game interview. All right, here we are with our post-game interview for our second preseason run for Battleline Network Wednesdays. It was a good event. We had 2 rounds, the first being on Pry House. The USA team was led by 2nd Mississippi, and the CSA team was led by the IVB. And then we had Eastwood Skirmish on our second round, where the JD led the Union on the first round, and then the KB led the CSA on the second round. Both rounds were won by the Union. We have leaders to talk about strategy and more here with us, so let's get right into introducing everyone. So first, we have Mr. Starr here from the USA team. Like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Played on the Yank side tonight, CSA skirmisher, and I got close to 2,300 hours and know every map by heart. Loved it.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Natty Light.
How's it going, guys? I'm Natty. I'm a pub officer for the most part, but I wanted to actually utilize some strats that I've seen, or I can at least like implement.
Next, we have Provost.
I'm Captain Provost. I'm captain of the 38th Artillery Battalion attached to 2nd MS. I've been playing this game a couple of years. I don't know exactly how many hours I have, but I'm an artillery commander. That's my passion, and I love it.
All right, and then we have Tommy.
Good to see you. Good to be here. I'm Captain Tommy, Officer Commanding C Company, 51st Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry, Regiment in Burnside's glorious 9th Army Corps.
All right, thank you. Now moving on to our CSA team leaders. First, we have Rivers.
Yeah, Rivers. I was. Sorry about that. I was in charge of about half the IVB today because we split up, but Cream was with some of the other half.
It is true. And speaking of which, Cream.
Howdy, I'm Cream. I'm part of the IVB. I've been playing for about a year now. I was commander of the C Company group from IVB that was over in on the Union side.
And then your announcer team tonight, there was me, as Guardian Eagle, and we also had Corded.
Yep, that's me.
All right, cool. So let's move into the first round, which was Pry House. CSA was attacking. So what was your guys' strategy going into the round, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Yeah, so first map was a little bit strange because, like I said, we broke in half. So I had 10 guys on that right flank against that big blob of 9th Corps, plus a few IVB guys who kept coming up and doing rising volleys. At least I think that was 9th Corps.
Were you talking Pry House?
We were talking Pry House.
Yeah, Pry House.
But it so first map was a little bit weird. I had to lean on Knight a lot. I know we don't actually have a representative from KB here, but he was very helpful. We did what we could, and we had a really good charge in the middle there. But other than that, a bit of a lackluster round. Are we talking about both rounds right now, or just
No,
the
just
second?
the first.
Just the first.
Oh
All right.
yeah, the first was pretty good. I played over on the Union with my group, and we ended up fending off you people over there on the CSA side, Rivers. The rest of IVB.
All right. And speaking of which, let's go to the Union side. What was your guys' strategy to defend the Pry House, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
So, originally my thoughts for that were to essentially force the cap initially, and then use that to our advantage. We knew going into that match that we had a massive ticket advantage. So, second MS, our responsibility was to mainly hold the road and kind of pivot to like what side needs help, and to just more or less not burn tickets. So it was a little bit of a slow paced game for our strategy. But what we trying to do, at least for that point, whenever we're trying to force a recap, we're going to swing one side of the road, depending on the information that was actually communicated with the other officers. But I think for the most part, when you have two large regiments, holding both the left and the right, and everyone's playing passive, especially in situations, we definitely coordinated the tempo, and we communicated very clearly, like based upon movements. It was a successful win, and I think definitely there was times that we had to play off the cuffs like we did early cap. That wasn't according to plan. That was partially my fault to blame. But it was really good, working with these other officers that knew what to do and assess situations, and to make a almost like what I was consider like a superior firing position. And so that's what we try to maintain. From that round, we knew that the CSA had to attack, and so yeah, we were just more or less responding to that by holding a like almost like a tight formation. So that's pretty much what my thoughts were.
Yeah, I wasn't actually at coordination tonight, but from everything that I understood, we were just planning on playing aggressive at first and then passive the rest of the map. My unit, 51st PA, we were just holding the left center, both the road, and we also kept pushing a skirmish line off left along the military crest of the hill, shooting at don't know what Reb unit it was out in the cornfield. Um, just giving harassing fire. Most of the fighting that we did was right along that stone wall. I think it was just north of Cap. There are some brutal close range firefights with us on one side of the road and a red unit on the other side of the road, popping up and down, taking your shot as quick as you could and popping back down. I don't know who those red units were, but that was some really good fighting. Also, really good job from Second Mississippi. You guys were holding a little bit further down the road from us. You saved our butts quite a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good coordination. Especially like I know sometimes you're able to like hold the wall. That's when I had the opportunity, especially with my unit, to kind of harass, at least like hit him from a flank while you're already holding him on point. And there was times like I was looking at my binoculars and they weren't even knowing that we were shooting at them. And so it was,
that entire first map, the Union team had a lot of really nasty just flanks and even legitimate pincer maneuvers on the Reds. It was wonderful.
Oh yeah.
It's great to see. I'm sorry we had to do that to you on the left flank, IVB.
yeah.
Hey, I got the chance to witness that. We were over there. My company on the Union side was over there with y'all. We did like those Rising Valley things.
That charge that we did with KB when all of us did that charge on the flank there, that made it all worth it. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's all I've got for the first map.
We destroyed you on like the left side though, IVB.
Also, I want to shout out to Artie. I don't think that they get enough credit. So shout out to him.
What I wanted, both from the CSA and the USA side, both maps were terrible. Of course, Eastwood Skirmish doesn't have Confederate artillery, but the first map, Pry House or whatever, the Union artillery is probably one of the worst artillery maps you can have, but you can make it work to a degree. And a decent artillery commander will read what the enemy's doing. With a, I hate to say it, but Confederate, because I play Confederate, but what the Confederates are doing, and just start laying out fire, laying out priority targets, because after a while you'll see where they're going and what they keep doing, and a decently landed shot will make them reevaluate their plans and have to do something else because of fear of getting hit by artillery, which is not, I'll give you a secret, it's not really likely because of the ridge lines or whatever to try to fire over. But it worked for us tonight. We didn't get a lot of kills, but we made them take reevaluate their plans and do something else and drive them into our infantry. We didn't catch hardly any artillery, Confederate artillery fire. So I'm not sure what the Confederate artillery was doing, if they even had anybody. If they didn't, that's a waste. But you know,
Yeah, the rebel artillery, they actually pushed it up into the middle of the road. I think they were trying to use it as bait to get us to be a bit more aggressive at the cap. I mean, I wasn't on the red team, so I don't know if that was the intent. That's what it seemed like from
it's
where my regiment was.
such a waste. I'm totally against that. I'm totally against. I do things different than from some artillery commanders, and that's waste of manpower. But second map, same thing. We just tried to suppress. The Confederates did a great job at hiding, and in the corn, whatever. We just tried to light it up. Whenever we could see a flag, we would just start peppering them as much as we could and drive them out. It's like going to quail hunting, driving them out of the corn, and it worked out well. So anyway, the infantry, the Union infantry tonight just really won the game, not the artillery, but we tried our best, and hopefully it helped. But that's all I got to say about artillery.
All right, thank you. So let's go on to the second round now. Actually, wait, Cordy, do you have any questions for the first round?
Well, okay, fine. I'll answer some of the questions that people were having. The middle group, that was Kelly's Brigade, 10th Tennessee. The group on the farther left, that was in the not the cornfield, but straw places, that was 1st Missouri. They were mostly fighting JDCAF. And Provost, I think it was your guys that actually got a good shot on them when they were in the bushes. They had like 2 people left after you were done with them. So good job on that. IVB, I know you had people like moving over. I did see that you guys didn't bring a flag with you in the corn. What was the thinking behind that?
That's a great question. The thing behind that was that it's not that long of a map, and we were hoping that with enough wiggling around in there, we wouldn't get slaughtered at a fast enough rate. With only like 10 guys, we figured that it would be better to have an extra rifle.
Yeah, I can understand that.
With mixed results. But it also, if we had the flag, it would make it harder for us to, I don't know, move around as much because you can see that thing sticking up out of the corner. Right? So.
Yeah. Did you ever think about going up the middle?
Yeah. Yeah, but every time that we considered going over there, I don't know. I've never played CSA Pride House before, so I was very unprepared. So I was a lot of the time leaning on Knight, who was very helpful with it. Knight was great, but occasionally, something like that would happen. I would say, "Hey, you want us to swing over?" and he'd say, "Nah." So I don't know. I don't really have a great answer for that because I was mostly using Knight for help.
Yeah, I wish they were here to give their perspective, because they were I think leading. Were they leading that map?
They were leading second map. I was supposed to be leading first map, but like I said, not too familiar with the CSA setup Pride House. So
because I don't usually see most of the CSA going on the far left. I usually see them around the middle, using those stone walls and pushing up kind of slowly.
Well, so there's a failure for my part, and I think a big part of what makes this new BLN Wednesday event unique is that when we set up that strategy in coordination, we were roughly the same size, and then when we got cut in half, it kind of changed up what we had the ability to do. Just the IVB on our own and KB on their own. But we didn't adjust strategy around that once we actually got into game and where IVB was leading. That's something that I should have accounted for, and I didn't. But that's just one of the challenges that I think this adds.
Yeah, I think also the CSA kind of didn't change strategies throughout the game, because at least from the Union side, they had a good position. You guys kept doing the same thing and just kept getting farther and farther behind. Yeah, just kind of that original plan not being able to happen with the numbers imbalance is a shame. But oh well, yeah, you had fun either way.
Yeah, it was fun, and we should have adapted. Next time it happens, we'll adapt.
That's all I got for the first map.
All right. Joining us mid interview, we have Briant here from KB. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Briant. I'm captain of the 1st Missouri Skirmishing Regiment for Kelly's Brigade. Been GOA. I've been in the game for almost 5 years.
All right. Thank you. So KB was on the CSA team for both rounds. So what was your guys' strategy on Pry House to attack that place with the IVB?
That was first map or second
Yes,
map?
first map.
All right, first map. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure about the rest of the brigade. Strategy hit or was given to me just a few minutes before we entered in. I can tell you what the 1st Missouri strat was. 1st Missouri was sent to what they call the Oasis, which is in the open field on the left in a set of 2 sets of trees. You have 1st Oasis and 2nd Oasis. 1st Oasis being closest to the CS spawn, 2nd Oasis being closer to the Yankee spawn. My job was simply to engage in the 1st Oasis, any Union skirmish regiment in the 2nd Oasis, push them out, and then hold the 2nd Oasis and suppress the artillery they always have over there. We managed to we went straight for the 1st Oasis, managed to push out the small Union skirmish regiment on the 2nd Oasis. But as soon as we did manage to push them out, we got something we have never had before: accurate shooters on the other side. So we definitely took some casualties trying to suppress the artillery. Eventually, I pulled 1st Missouri off the 2nd Oasis and into the cornfield behind it to get in a defilade so we could pick fire with them, which we did most of the map. We did manage to skirmish out a Union regiment that had, I guess, either not realized we were there or forgot we were there. So they had walked up the center road on the concrete stone fence on the side facing us. So when they got up there, we let them get close enough. We volleyed into them, charged them out, pushed them off where point was at, and then come racing right back across. And then basically it was us and whatever the Union skirmish regiment on the first side was until the end of the map almost. But by then tickets were pretty fast taken, and the North ended up winning that first map. All around amazing fight.
Cream, you had a question?
Yeah, who was in charge of the CSA that charged down the road? I think it was like 20 minutes in.
Probably 10th Tennessee.
Probably the 10th Cream.
10th, yeah, that was a crazy charge. Really, really good push down the center there. But whenever we swooped up in there, what Ninth Corps did was we pushed, or Ninth Corps and IVB pushed in on the left wall while everyone else went down the road, and I kind of pushed y'all back. That's kind of the strategy we had from our side of point from my viewing.
There's a lot of charging and counter-charging.
Corda, do you have any questions for our KB representative for the first round?
I kind of would have wished that you and Tennessee got together more and used your combined numbers, especially charging the point. I know at one point, I think you guys went in, and then like 30 seconds later, it comes Tennessee, but it might have been a little too late. So a little bit of...
You're referring to on the first map?
Yeah, the first one.
I'm unsure of. We were never wiped on the first map. Our 1st Missouri was never wiped on the first map, Captain Quarter. First Missouri is a skirmish regiment. So on the first map, we were able to skirmish, and we did skirmish. It would be your right flank, our left flank. Uh, do you understand where the Oasis is? I'm not saying anything derogatory. I'm asking, do you understand
Yeah,
where what we call first,
yeah,
second Oasis?
yeah. I saw where you guys were. You were white before. I saw a single flag running back with no one else in front of him, which is fine. Happens to everybody.
Well, we had people in the corn behind as well. You couldn't shove
Corn?
18 people into uh, that Oasis.
Okay.
When you say wipe, but I'll go back and look at the replay. I do not recall being wiped. That's not a pride of ego. I just don't recall it.
Right. But
Uh,
regardless, I'm just saying, it might have been good if you coordinated with Tennessee on a charge, especially when they were on the wall, and you had JD pushed up pretty far back, as you had. It might be
correct, Gordon. If I do understand what you're saying, I'm not disagreeing that we could have coordinated well with numbers a lot better. Remember, this is our first time with this event, and normally there are 2 or 3 major line units out there. I would almost never in a normal match be used like a line unit or accessed into a numbers game like that. Skirmish regiment, as we are, normally will flank you in and out, take your arty out, shoot your officers, your flags, get your attention, and then away from a line unit so that the line unit can hit you from the side, stuff like that. We wouldn't normally, if you would, I wouldn't normally engage in trying to buff the numbers of a line unit. That's not what a skirmish unit would normally do, but I do understand what you're saying. And again, this was a first time event, and I think we had more numbers than a lot of the smaller units, so I probably could have played better, but that wouldn't be a KB issue. That would be a me issue, Captain. I have to adjust my strategy. In fact, after this is over, I need to get with Captain Rivers. My guys really do want to coordinate with Captain Rivers and talk about their strategies and how they do things so that we can better learn how to adjust with other line units.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right.
Anytime.
Cool. Let's get going on to the second round here. So our second round was on Eastwood Skirmish. The USA team was attacking. What was your guys' strategy going into the round, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
I think our initial strategy was to push really hard in that far right cornfield, which we did. We successfully captured it. And a lot of the game kind of hinged around, at least the first felt like 30 to 50% of the game, was defending the far edge of the cornfield against Rebs coming at us from the woods. That's where we inflicted a lot of the casualties we did. And then we kind of shifted our strategy to a more general attack before a few more or less unsuccessful left hooks that the Revs did a really good job repulsing. But by then, just casualties started telling, dropped him into last stand, and we were pretty much just able to shoot him out at that point. At least that was the overall strategy.
Any other USA comments?
Yep. My regiment was just there as almost like a diversion, to kind of catch the CSA off guard, by trying to detach like a unit so they could actually, or a couple units so they could actually sneak into the corn without getting without us getting absolutely wiped, I think, from that push. Yeah, but I was also not very familiar with playing as the Union, and so I did make a couple mistakes there. But I think overall, it was a successful battle, and very thankful for the other regiments, carrying on with the strat. So
Yeah, my unit, the 51st, we actually spent about the second half of the map just in one spot. About 8 of us, just we were posted up on a straight rail fence line on that main road that goes straight from the Union artillery straight past the cornfield right into the cap. We were just posted up on the right hand side of that, trading fire with I don't know how many Rebs are in the cornfield, but you guys killed me about 7 times. So good shooting
Oh
from
yeah.
you all.
yeah,
We were there with you.
yeah, that was a shootout if I've ever
That was
seen one.
wicked. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Took like half the match.
that's a hard fought map.
Seriously, with that defilade there, that little hill that we can run up and just go off on y'all and then run back down. It's just crazy shootout. Crazy shootout.
Fun match.
All right. Cool. Let's move on to the CSA side of things now. What was your strategy to defend that second map, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Well, I guess I'll speak for IVB mostly, but we were in the cornfield on the left with I know Briant and his skirmishers were in there as well with us, and over on the right was Knight and I think that's Tennessee. On the left, we did a bunch of shooting off the snake rail fence at the start. It was very accurate. You could keep seeing it through binoculars falling. But then once you guys got into the corn, you kind of got the better of us there. Pushed us out a little bit, made it a little bit harder. But a lot of good shooting on the left. We teamed up with Briant's guys a few times to do big charges and set up little positions and everything. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good map.
Briant, you got anything to add?
Yeah. So second map, my job as a skirmish unit was to take the rocks on the right side of the field out in the middle of the field, which we immediately did. Then we noticed, well, two things that happened. First, the Union side had set a unit up on the road to our left in the road, and then on the right they were moving out the fence. We knew we were going to get pinchered, so we managed to volley into the one on the fence line, and we were doing good with that. And then I believe at that point Captain Rivert's men were holding the left flank, facing the corn, and
100%,
Knight sent a runner to me and said, Brian, First Missouri has to reinforce Riverts right now. He's facing like 2 or 3 regiments. So I immediately abandoned the field with the rocks, went straight to the left, backed up Captain Riverts. We cleared out the cornfield the first time. It was a run and gun fight. I mean, it looked like the Union regiments were just piecemeal coming in there, and we were just hitting them from the sides they were coming in. So we cleared the cornfield once, but then we fell back. My next orders were from Colonel Knight was to hold the left flank. And at that point, it goes back to my and I'm going to blame myself. It is in no way Captain Rivert's fault. Captain Rivert's line unit. And he acted like a line unit very good. On the other hand, I'm not used to playing a line unit. So holding a flank for me was a new experience, if you will. And we were unable to counter the Yankee skirmish units that were roving the corn. We basically, what we call it, walking the dog. We got walked. At one point, we fell back. We moved forward, took the front of the corn, and along that picket fence, held that for a little bit, engaged their arty and the units that were coming forward. But by then, we had Union elements that had managed to get into the corn, and they got behind us, wiped us once on the second one. We went back up, managed to retake the front of the corn again, but by then they were just hit-run tactics on us. Really good skirmishing by the north in the corn. We did manage to hit quite a few of them, but the tickets can tell you the story on that. We fell back eventually to the stone mounds where Captain Riverts had been holding well, mind you. And at that point, we just tried to do a refuse the line with him and held it to the end there. We were charged several times by Union regiments, and we just shot out their melee on us, but eventually fell back. And then once we ran out of tickets, it was just a shooting game to finish us.
All right, thank you, Corden. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right. Any other general comments or questions before we call it off for a night?
Great events.
Yeah.
Great events. Yep.
Missing it.
Dope. So dope.
All right, cool. With that being said, please like, comment, share, subscribe for more. We're getting close to 1,000. Very exciting. Subscribe to get us there. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Thank
Help
you
me
for
hit
watching.
1K, guys.
And shut up, Cream. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.